Manchester United are the current holders of the Carabao Cup, beating Newcastle United in the final at Wembley back in February. The Reds also remain in the running for the Europa League and FA Cup, with pivotal fixtures in both coming in the next few days. City meanwhile are trophyless this season to date, but are amongst the favourites to win the three they remain in contention for. They sit just 4 points adrift of Arsenal, with a game in hand and the two sides set to meet in 2 weeks, as well as a FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United and their Champions League quarter-final against Bayern Munich. But while both sides are bidding for a treble, they can't both achieve it, given they would inevitably face off in the FA Cup final should they progress to that stage. So it begs the question, which treble is more likely to come off and why? Read more related articles starting with United. They are already a third of the way toward a treble. The Carabao Cup triumph was the first silverware in several years. Beating Newcastle 2-0 at Wembley was a massive confidence boost for the club and will likely play a huge role in their hunt for more titles. The Europa League campaign continues this Thursday as United head to Seville off the back of a 2-2 draw, following the capitulation in the last 10 minutes of the first leg at Old Trafford, and with Christian Eriksen claiming his side want revenge for last week. However, with the ever-growing injury list, and Bruno Fernandes suspended, they will have to win in Spain with a severely depleted squad. Sevilla sit 12th in La Liga, and therefore United should have enough to progress to the semi-finals. If they do, they will either meet Juventus or Sporting Lisbon, both of which should be winnable, making the Europa League probably United's best chance of a second trophy. In the FA Cup, United face Brighton at Wembley on Sunday, in what looks like a dangerous game for Erik ten Hag's side. Brighton are playing attacking football at the moment, and United will have just one senior centre-back available for the tie. With Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane injured along with Harry Maguire's suspension, everything rides on Victor Lindelof and the makeshift centre-back who joins him. Somehow though, it feels like the experience and expertise of United should help see them through this tie, and towards a likely Manchester derby in the final, with City likely to have no problem dispatching Sheffield United, even if they with a rotated side. Should we have the mouth-watering prospect of a Derby Cup final, a lot comes down to whether United have most of their players back, but it feels as though City would end up being too strong for them, especially without Martinez. In the Premier League, City are in a great position, sitting just 4 points from the top and with a game in hand. With just 8 games to go, City have an immaculate record from this position across the last couple of seasons. However, ultimately it looks set to come down to when the two sides meet at the Etihad a week on Wednesday. City have beaten Arsenal twice this season already, but can Arsenal get them back when it matters most? The Champions League has been elusive for City, but following a dominant display in the first leg against Bayern, it seems like it could be their year. However, in this competition, a 3-0 lead is nothing, especially when heading to Munich to the wonderful Allianz Arena. Should they progress, they likely find themselves as favourites to win the one trophy which has been unattained so far. So much left to play for with such little time remaining. Will either of these sides complete a treble? And if so, who?